Quite possibly the most infamous of all of them is a man who's become known as the MAGA Shaman, Jacob Chansley, who walked through the halls of Congress, entering the Senate chamber, and took a stand on the podium. Chansley pled guilty to felony charges of obstructing electoral college proceedings. He served just under 2 years in prison, 11 months of that time in solitary confinement.
So fast forward today, Chansley, the man on your screen, he's a free man. He's claiming to be considering a trip back to the Capitol, but this time as a congressman. So clearly a lot of questions here. And he's joined us live for his first network television interview since being released from prison. Jacob, thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us. There are a lot of questions, a lot of things we'd love to talk to you about, a wide range of them. If we can, start us off with this here. You know, as well as all of us, you've become the face of, again, January 6th. It's your picture they see when they run the news stories, when we run the story about January 6th, likely because of the outfit, the face paint you were wearing that day, the bullhorn. I know you issued an apology back in 2021, and here it is, before your plea deal and your prison sentence. You said this: "I should not have been there, period. I am sorry for having aroused fear in the hearts of others. That was wrong, period." Do you still stand by these words? Do you add to that?
Well, the fact of the matter is the Mockingbird media chose to use my image to create a shock and awe campaign. Of course, breaking the law, there's no excuse. And if I could go back and know what was going to happen, I would stop everything from happening as much as I possibly could. Now, whether or not that would be possible, considering the police threw concussion grenades and tear gas into an otherwise peaceful crowd, I don't know. I mean, who's going to listen to the guy in horns and face paint telling everybody to calm down, right? But of course, I apologize for breaking the law.
We've got a clip of you inside the Capitol. Let me show this again. This is a time where you had been seen speaking with a police officer. Here's that moment.
Peaceful. This has to be peaceful. We have the right to peacefully assemble.
Okay, so again, there's that call for peace. Did you break anything? Did you hurt anyone? Again, you acknowledge your guilt in obstructing electoral college proceedings. Do you feel as though the punishment fit the crime? 2 years behind bars.
Well, I actually did 27 months behind bars, 29 months total in federal custody, 10 and a half of which was in solitary confinement. Also, I will say this. The moment that I entered the building, I stopped somebody from stealing out of the break room. The whole reason why the police were escorting me around the building was because I offered to help them clear the Senate chamber. I offered to help them make sure there was no vandalism, violence, or theft. And as soon as I got out the building, not a short time after, I stopped people from breaking in and told everybody to go home. No, I was not violent. No, I did not break anything. No, I did not steal anything. I was doing everything to keep the peace.
Can I jump in with you, Jacob, for the viewers to understand? Again, you came up with this plea deal, but again, you still, as you mentioned, served quite a bit of time behind bars. You served quite a bit of time in solitary confinement, if I'm correct, right around 11 months. What was that like? Do you think that was right?
Well, it was very, very difficult. But the thing is, you can either invest your time, waste your time, or spend your time. Time is the currency of the universe. And I chose to invest my time in self-improvement. I chose to invest my time in educating myself. I chose to invest my time in helping prisoners, inmates, to see a more spiritual view of reality. I mean, I taught a metaphysics class while I was in prison. I helped people in the RDAP, that's Residential Drug Abuse Program. I helped people in the RDAP community try to get over their addictions. So it was not a waste of my time. Do I believe that the punishment fit the quote-unquote crime? Well, 10 and a half months in solitary confinement, total of 27 months behind bars for what it is that I did. I don't know if that's fair, but you know, we can either regret and live with resentment, or we can march forward with the lessons that we've learned. And that's why I chose to invest my time wisely.